So on search bar type cmd. Okay, so we started by creating a Laravel project by using command prompt. So this is my command prompt. So here the next thing I want to do is to change the current directory to desktop, because I want my project to be on desktop. So I can create the screen. Then to create a Laravel project, the command is Laravel new, then the name of your project. So the name of our project is CMS, right? So that is the command and the name of project. So it will take time, and make sure you are connected online. Okay, it will take time, and create a folder with name CMS SMS on desktop. Okay, so it is going on, so be patient. Right, so in this Laravel full project, as I've shown you a demonstration that we are going to cover create, lead, edit, and delete. Okay, and the requirement to make sure you have installed the PHP in your computer. Then you make sure you have installed the Laravel in your computer by using Composer. Okay, make sure you have installed the XAMPP and the Apache and the MySQL are running, right? The next thing, make sure you have important coding editor. I prefer to use Visual Studio Code and the Sublime Text Editor. So you can find the setup of these two two coding editor used in this tutorial, right? But also do not forget to do not forget to install Chrome. Most of developers don't say about the browser, but I highly recommend you install and use Chrome. Okay, it's one of browser for developers. So you can see the project is already created. So here I can change the directory to SMS, right? Once I display the PHP version, you can see the PHP version is 7.4.2.5, and the command is phpv, php-v. To see the version of Laravel, the command is php artisan version. Make sure when you check the version, you are in the you are in the directory of a Laravel project. So I open up Visual Studio Code, then I add my project folder, which is SMS. Okay, so this is my project, right? As you can see, and as I told you, you can see Apache and MySQL are running, right? Apache and MySQL are running. Okay. So I'm creating a model named student, and the command is php artisan make double dot model student hyphen m. Okay, and the next thing is to create the controller for the model. Okay, and the controller contains all source code, Laravel backend source code for manipulating data, like creating, edit, delete, read, and yes, and so on. So the command is php artisan make controller student controller double hyphen resource. So here I create the screen. So when I click on database, migration, you can see create a student table. So this is a student table. Okay, so here I can set up the column, table column. So once I click up, then HTTP and the controller, as you can see, student controller, we have created it via command, and you can see this is student model. Okay, that's it. So this is the structure of Laravel project. Okay, so let me open up in migration. Let's open up create a students table, and let's specify how many columns do we need in table student before we make migration to the database. Okay, so here we can set up the table columns name, column names. Okay, so that is big increment ID. So we need ID in table student. The next information we need should be of type string. Okay, in PHP you can say vulture. In Django you can say char thread. So the data type of column is string, and the column name is reg. This is for storing the registration number of a student. Then after, another column is first name, then followed by the last name for a student, then age of a student, and the last column is course the student is studying. Okay. So this is create students table. Okay. Create table student. So let me open .env file to make it the setup, like the database name and the password. You can see my PHP admin is secured with password, and the username is rooty, the password is motekup1234. So create the database for our Laravel project with the name SMS. Right, so this is our database. Make sure you create a database before you make a migration. So the DB password is motekup1234, right? The port is correct, the host is correct. I think everything is as planned, everything is okay, right? So what I can do now, after checking out everything is okay, so I can migrate the model to the database. Okay, so the command is php artisan migrate, so as to migrate uh, the model into database as table. So once I refresh, you can see SMS has model or has table named student, and here we can see the structure of a table which contain ID with increment and the primary key, unique, reg, first name, last name, age, okay, and the cause. So here, once I click PHP artisan serve, you can see by default Laravel is running in port 80,000. Okay, so once I type on the browser localhost and the port number 80,000, you can see this is Laravel default page after a successful installation of Laravel in your computer, right? That's it. So this is our app. Once I click HTTP controller. So let's start by creating controller, okay, for model student. Okay, so use app models student. Okay, so class controller extend. So the index is students is equal to student double dot all. Okay, so selecting all information from model named student. Then after returning view student, so this is the view to return. Okay, then students, and the layout is index. Okay, so I can copy it and paste it in create. Okay, so this is a store. This is function for saving information. Receive the information from user form, user submitted form, and save in database. So student as instance of model student. Okay, reg. So here it is. We need the first name. Okay, last name. Age. Course. The course student is studying. Student. Save. For saving the information received from form and saving them in database. Then if everything is okay, then return a redirect at home. So what's wrong? Okay, I think there is error here. Something is not okay. So what is here? I think there is error here. Okay, I had forgotten request. If I control S, okay, no error is existing. Okay, let's go. Okay, student. Student find ID. This is for showing information of a specific student. Okay, so we are using the ID to display information of a desired user. Okay, okay. So the layout should be create instead of index. So the layout here is edit. Okay, let me see. So this is function for updating. So let me change some few things here. Okay. So what we are doing here is to reuse the code we used to create the function create. Okay, so this is function destroy, and it searches the ID of student, then after it will destroy. I mean it will remove it from the database. Okay, so that is for deleting specific user. So this is env controller. Okay, okay, so that is our level page. Okay, views. No, so let me open up web.php. So as So use app HTTP controllers. Okay, so this is our web.php. Okay, so the first path is so this is our load. Okay. Our path. Okay, show ID. Okay. So this path is create. For creating new student. Okay. Delete. Remember in control, student control, we created a function destroy, so it will be used for during deleting of students. Okay. Update. Okay, at update. So create file called student list dot blade dot php. Create another file called student dot blade dot php. Okay, so let's open up Bootstrap online. This is Bootstrap version 4. Okay, let me copy the starter template and paste it. here. Okay, so once I go on browser, refreshing it, you can see hello world's program. Okay, so if layout is equal to index, do something. Okay, if layout is equal to editing, if layout is equal to index, then div. So this div is class container fluid. Okay, so this is heading 2, and the text is Laravel CRUD application. Okay, it is Laravel CRUD application. The class is text center alert danger. Alert danger. So let me copy the content and paste inside the if else. So once I refresh here, you can see Laravel CRUD application. So guys, it is looking like this. Okay, So create a new file, name it navbar.bread.php. Okay. After that, go to Bootstrap 4 online. So delete this. Write Laravel web framework for artisan. Okay. Let me delete this. It has nothing to do with us. Okay. So let me set up the path for each page. Okay, put the path for Laravel views. So there is error here. Okay, here in function create, let me see. Think something is missing. Okay, so let me remove the URL. So include navbar. Refresh the browser. Okay. So if the layout is create, then include student list view. Okay. So this is a student list view. Right. If edit, then paste student list view. Okay. So let's find one beautiful table which will help us to be this to display the student list. So this is our table. So it has the following columns: ID, first name, last name, age, and a cause. Okay. Right. So for each student, as a student, so we do the for loop in a student list because the function index of a student controller return the list of students in a variable called students. Okay. So student registration number, student first name, and the student course. So that is how to display information of student returned in student list view. So let's create a button which will help us to view information of particular student, to edit up, and to delete information of students. Okay. So button info, button warning, and the button danger. So this is how a table looks like on the browser. Okay. So let me find up a form for adding new information of students. Okay, so that is a table. So let me remove some unwanted form input fields. Okay, so let me remove this. Okay, ID number. Or we can call registration number. Okay, first name, enter last name. And enter the course for a student. Let me copy the button. Age and the course. The name of button is serve. So we put CSRF token underneath of form so as to prevent against the CSRF attacks. Okay. It is called the cross-site request forgery. I think there is some error here. What is happening? Okay. URL is stored, but I think I've forgotten single quote. But let me delete this. Control S, then refresh. It's okay. Okay, what was the cause of an error? So let me see in web.php. Okay. I think this is okay. Maybe if a student controller has something wrong with. So what's wrong? Let me rewrite the path for this form to execute in Laravel. So this is stored. There is here single quote. Then you Control S to save the changes. Okay. Let me see. So let me try out to put in and submit information of student. I can see there is error. What is happening? Okay. So the name is first name, and the name of last name is last name. The age is age, and the course is course. So let me refresh the browser and try out to submit the information of new student in database. Wow, this is awesome. Now you can see we can submit the information of new student. So in short, the creative functionality in Laravel is already implemented. Okay. Let me copy this. I copy and paste it to be used during display information and edit information. Okay. So once someone click view information, it will take the ID of user and display it on the form. Okay. So let me put the value, then I'll disable the form so as user can have the read-only property of input fields in the form. So let me refresh the browser, and you can see information of Moses is displayed on form. So I'll add the read-only attribute in each of form input fields. You can see user cannot edit it, right? So once I refresh, you can see user cannot edit. So let's include the nav bar right now. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, there is error. Let me open the nav.bread.php to see which error and where does it come from. So this is path for home. Okay, let me refresh the browser. You can see Laravel web for artisan create. Once I click create, you can see I'm able to see the form, able to add the information of student. Okay, so let me try out to click save. You can see now I'm able to save. Okay, so now we have implemented the create read, which is sure. I think I'm going to implement edit, then delete. So let me remove the read only because this form is going to be used to edit information of students. So there is no need to restrict the user by giving the only permission of read only. Okay. Okay, this should be button update and the cross with success. Okay, put button edit and it takes ID, right? So it edits the information of specific student selected by ID. So we needed to put the action for edit form. Okay. So that is update. So let me refresh. Save. Oh Jesus Christ. Instead of updating, it adds another similar row. Okay, so this is database, and you can see these are the 3 registered students. So here should not be new, rather than student, then get the ID of student. Okay, because you want to edit it by ID. Okay, so update. The main issue in Laravel is how you can master the controller. Okay, so let me copy this and I paste it here. Okay, so now I can delete, I can edit, I can view. So this is how your application should looks like. So it has covered all CRUD application in Laravel. Okay, you can see how beautiful it is. But what is your review on this course? Do not forget to like, put comment, share and subscribe. But also download the source code via link below the video description. Okay, I hope you may need it sometimes. Okay. Yes, that's the end. Thank you. See you in the next tutorials. Subscribe, like, comment. I want to see the comment below. What is your view about Laravel? Okay.